Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show, hosted by the founder of this platform, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and myself, Roland Friedl. How important is your health and fitness to you? We show you how you can easily eat healthier every day, how you can improve your fitness and recover much quicker after your exercises and workouts. Families will learn how to optimize their children's health and nutrition. And finally, you will also hear how you live a long, healthy and fit life into your old age. Join us here on It's Your Healthy Lifestyle.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where we proudly provide world-class education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. And for my friends here in the U.S., happy Labor Day. I know some of you have amazing plans, picnics and parades and getting together with family and friends. So Labor Day is really honoring the dignity of work and the people who keep this country going. So thank you to each and every one of you. Today's show is It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. And joining me is the star of our show, Mr. Roland Friedl. This show is actually his concept, his baby, and he has been living a wireless life for the last 3+ years. He is an author, he's an entrepreneur, he's someone who's a huge advocate for men, and he really believes in doing things the right way and looking outside the box. Let's welcome, hello.
Hello, Jacalyn. Great to see you. Look amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much. So do you. You look very healthy and rested. And how has your weekend been going?
It was fine. I was in a beautiful area in Austria, in the mountains, a beautiful lake area where it was paradise, turquoise blue water, really clear and nice day. And I spent a weekend with a healer, and I got some healing, I received some healings, and yeah, really good.
Fantastic. Thank you. Well, I'm glad that things are going well, and I'm really excited about this topic because it is a popular one. People are obsessed about losing weight. And of course, today here in the States, it's September the 1st. I know some places in the world it's September the 2nd. And it's also a change of seasons here in the States. So we are going to be moving into fall, and people are always looking at what can I do to make myself feel better, look better. And you're going to be talking to us about losing that bad fat, that brown fat, that belly fat, that fat around our heart. So before we get into that, tell us how and when you became interested in having a healthy lifestyle.
Well, actually, since the early beginning, when I was a teenager and a student, I was always in sports. So in sports for me, it was important not only to be fit, but also to be healthy. Meaning, when you're not healthy, there's a high risk that you get injured in your sport. And when you have some pain or you break something, a leg or a problem with your joint, you cannot train and then you cannot compete. So nutrition was actually a healthy lifestyle was always important for me in nutrition. My mom told me that even when I was a youngster, I was never very into sweets or stuff like that. In my teenager age, I was not very into alcohol or stuff like that. So I was always interested in staying fit and healthy. We have a very famous person in Austria who moved to the US, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I never became a bodybuilder because he was an idol for me, really a role model in staying fit and healthy and doing some little bit workout. I said I never was a hard bodybuilder, but I always was working out, practicing yoga, running marathons, and eating healthy and stuff like that. So since the beginning. And to be honest, when I started to become 30 was for me is a kind of a very important date. I said, well, what's going to happen? Because I always thought when you're 30, you become old. So in my 30s, I even got more into a healthy lifestyle. And yeah, it's very important for me because I strongly believe, we have hundreds of thousands of different illnesses. There's a lot of science out of there, but there's only one health. And I love I love my crazy lifestyle. I love traveling. I love to meet people. I love building up businesses, working on concepts, spending time with my friends, doing sports, whatever. And the base for all this is health, because without health, some things are not possible, and other things is only half of the fun. That's my background.
You hit the nail on the head. I totally agree with you. We have to have our health, and there's so many aspects of that. So in the States, there have been many people who have tried to lose weight with these injectable drugs. I don't know anything about them, so I can't speak to them. But I do know just for myself, doing it the natural way with working out and eating healthy, I exercise typically between 2 and 3 hours every day. And I have my smartwatch, which really tells me that I haven't burned enough calories based on what I set it to. So what I find is that I have to exercise for that amount of time. And most people don't have that kind of time. So sometimes people just give up. So I know today you're going to talk to us about what happens with this brown fat, this visceral fat, and if we get rid of it, how it can benefit us. So let's kind of get into it.
Absolutely. Before we start, I brought a presentation. Before we start, I want to disclaim. First of all, I'm not a medical doctor or something like that. And I don't know, Jacalyn. I guess we did more than 50 shows here in USA Global TV and Radio about It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. And we always talk about our own experiences, our own lifestyle. And so if you listen to us, you know this. If you are for the first time here, again, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just sharing my own experience on a daily basis, what I do in my life. That's what I'm doing. And I always was about losing weight. I always said, okay, change your lifestyle, eat the right things, work out, do cardio, get a good rest and stuff like that. But for most people, it's really difficult. And to lose weight. And the other thing is that even slim people have sometimes this brown fat, this visceral fat, which is really dangerous for our health. So this fat you don't see really. And it's not only that overweight people and obese people have a risk of it, it's also slim people can have it. And that's why I'm talking about this. And I never recommended any product for a quick fix because I don't believe in a quick fix. Losing weight is a lifestyle change. And also here, it's about a lifestyle change. But I found something in different researchers that's really working very well, and it's natural. It's not a pharmaceutical. It's not a drug or something with any negative side effect. It's something very natural that can support people who really have problems in losing weight and especially getting rid of this bad brown fat, this visceral fat. So let's start the presentation. And I want to talk about in the beginning a little bit about the vagus nerve, because most people don't have any idea what the vagus nerve is. Maybe they hear it for the first time. Are you bringing up the presentation, or it's me, Jacalyn?
Yes, I'm bringing up the presentation.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a disclaimer, which is that USA Global TV and Radio doesn't have any experience with this particular product. So we're going to hear what Roland has to say. But again, we're not advocating for anything. You need to check with your own medical team and your own intuition, do your own research. I always say that whenever a recommendation comes for anything from whomever, always do your own research. All right,
Absolutely.
Let's get started.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk a little bit in the beginning of the power of the vagus nerve. It's very, very important because the vagus nerve is what I call the body's secret superhighway. And by the way, I don't know if he's joining today and listening to us today. the presentation I got from, and thanks to him, from John Kirner. Thanks for this. He brought all these slides together for me for this presentation. Thanks, John, if you're listening. So let's get started about what's the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve. So it connects your brain, hopefully there is one, your brain with all, and it goes through your neck, your chest, your abdomen, and it connects your brain with all your organs, with your heart, with your lungs, with your liver, stomach, and so on. And it goes both ways, meaning it's the body receives information from the brain, what to do, and the brain receives information from the body, from the organs. So it's a both-way highway, let's call it. And it's the longest nerve that we have in the body. It goes through our whole body. And the vagus nerve, maybe you heard about it, about the sympathicus and the parasympathicus. And the vagus nerve is the major component of the parasympathetic nerve system. It's absolutely critical. And I'm not going too deep today in this TV show. So, but do your own research about the parasympathicus, do your own research about the vagus nerve, dive into it. It's very, very, I would say, informative. It's very, very interesting and very critical for your health to understand why the vagus nerve is so important, that you really should take care about it for a long, fit, and healthy lifestyle. Okay, so the parasympathicus nerve system and the sympathicus nerve system, they both together regulate our homeostasis, meaning they keep your heart rate on a good rate, your blood pressure, your breathing, your digestion, and very, very important, also your inflammation, to keep it in balance. Most people are suffering from different sicknesses because the inflammation is too high in the body. So, but do your own research. I just want to really encourage you to go a little bit deeper on the vagus nerve, the sympathicus, the parasympathicus, and what the homeostasis does in your body. It's not rocket science, but get a clear understanding why it's important. And again, I'm not a medical doctor. My background is business. I started international business, but I'm very, very interested in this stuff because it's part of my life. And I said in the beginning introduction, I want to have fun in life. I want to live life to the fullest. But for that, I want to have to be fit and healthy. That's my motivation. So there are a lot of benefits of activating the vagus nerve. It's very, very important to activate it. The problem is that the vagus nerve is not in a good shape, most of the people, and I come later for that. Okay, so for better health and a calmer mind, it's very, very important that your vagus nerve is in a good, let's say in a good shape. Don't go too sophisticated in that. Okay, so that, as I said, the vagus nerve, it has to be strong, it has to be balanced, and your heart rate will slow down. And by the way, in preparation of this TV show today, I found an article in a newspaper and was very interested that there came a new study out, and it was published in the European Heart Journal. And the study was done by the research team of the British Medical Research Council, the MRC, with the data of 21,241 people. So there's a study out there, a really big study out there. And it says the brown fat, the visceral fat, is really dangerous, and it shortens your life around 8 years and more. So that's why I said it's so important that your vagus nerve is really strong and balanced. So you have, so your heart rate slows down, not too fast. The slower your heart rate goes, the longer you live, because you're losing less energy. So your stress melts away, your gut health improves, and it says your inflammation drops rapidly. That's so important, because many diseases are caused, or the root cause is inflammation in your body. And it even shapes your social connections, your voice. It has an impact on your voice, on your eye contact, and the ability to feel safe with other people. I will go deep a little bit on that later. The problem is, this is from the world, most people don't have a really good vagus nerve in a good shape because of the brown fat. We'll explain later a little bit, because most people are overweight or obese. And in 1950, so about 75 years ago, about 3% of the population was overweight and 1% was obese. And when we look at the figures now, they increased highly. Many in the US, 30% overweight, 43 people are obese, or more obese than overweight. But also in the Europe, in the United Kingdom, 38% overweight, 26 obese. In Germany, for the German-speaking ones that are here, 34% overweight, 19 obese. And even in Malaysia, or in the Philippines and Asia, Asian people have always been very healthy, but they also have fast food and a different lifestyle. So most of them adapted to the so-called Western lifestyle, but it's not healthy. In Argentina, the same, South America. So the trend is really troubling. And I remember when I become 61 this year. When I was in school, we had one, I wouldn't say a fat guy, but a little bit obese guy. There was one in my class. And when you look now in the school, most people are, or most young people, teenagers, kids are already overweight. And the funny thing is, last week when I was with my auntie, I went with her to the doctor. And my aunt is really slim because, she's working out, meaning she's working in the garden. She's 85, by the way, will become 86 soon. She's working out in the garden. She's doing, together with me, the firewood. She's eating healthy. Her last meal is around 5 p.m. She's not watching TV, just in the evening a little bit, but during the day, she's in the garden. She's doing a lot of things what's good for the brain. And she's slim and really in a good shape. And the doctor said, "You're too slim." And I said, "No, she's in normal shape. It's not normal that most people are overweight. She looks good. She's healthy. She looks good." But like I said, "Yeah, but that's not normal." I said, "Yeah, it's not the mass. That's true. Most of the people are overweight or obese and not slim." Anyway, and the same, by the way, the same, I always get the feedback from my kids. I mean, they're grown up, but when my kids were small, they always have been slim because they're always working out, eating healthy, avoiding sugar and bad fats and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's the problem with multiple favorite. So there is a high health risk on visceral fat. And as I mentioned the study before, the British study with over 20,000 people, if you shorten your life with the visceral fat about 8 years and longer. So when you, as I said, you can shorten up after 8 years. So it's very, very important that we get rid of most of the visceral fat. A little bit visceral fat is okay because it's around our organs, but most people have too much of it, much too much of it, of this brown fat, this visceral fat. And the other thing is, even slim people, when you're not overweight and obese, even slim people can have too much of this brown fat around the organs. So it's not only about obese and overweight people, it's also for slim people very, very important that they take care about not having too much of visceral fat, and which has an impact on the vagus nerve, to say that. So when we have a short look, I don't go too much in detail, but when we look at the excess of visceral fat, it has significantly an increase of your risk in many conditions, about your pulmonary disease, about your lungs. Yeah? Most people are suffering with their lungs, pulmonary system. Interesting thing is a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So there are people out who they don't drink alcohol, not non-alcohol at all, or in a very moderate quantity, but they have a fat liver, non-alcoholic fat liver. That's because of the brown fat. Also, the gallbladder is affected by it. Osteoporosis, different kind of cancers, pancreas, the skin, the stroke, the cataracts, eyes, and so on. So it has a huge, huge impact. So I hope you understand, get rid of the visceral fat as soon as possible. And as I said at the beginning, I don't recommend a quick fix. And I found something that is really important. I found a product that really reduces visceral fat very, very fast. And it's really working on a natural way, and I will also explain the ingredients a little bit later. So what it does is it reduces, first of all, unhealthy cravings. So you feel full longer when you take this product. You increase your oxygenated blood flow. You have a much healthier gut microbiomes in your gut. It improves your sleep quality. Some people are really suffering from not sleeping enough. And sleep, I guess it was the show before we talked about sleeping, how important is a good sleep, a good rest for your health, and it activates the fat metabolism. So what it does is it was putting the science of fat burning work together for you in this product. And finally, I will show you a timeline afterwards. After many, many years, over 70 years of research and testing and clinical studies, they found ingredients, natural ingredients that helps you and supports you to get rid of this brown fat and stimulates and activates your very important vagus nerve, your parasympathetic system, which helps you to stay longer, healthy, and fit. And this is the amazing health benefits of the mature hops bitter extract, MHE3, mature hops bitter extract. So, but gentlemen, we're not talking about drinking beer, okay? I know hope is a very important ingredient in beer, but beer has also other ingredients like alcohol and sugar and stuff like that. Now, we're talking about the bitter extracts from hope, a natural product, and science found out that this bitter extracts from hope absolutely helps you to reduce this brown fat, this visceral fat. What is mature hope extract? It's derived, as I said, from hope plants, which are fully mature, also harvested at the highest point. And it's a natural aging process, and this natural aging process leads to a higher concentration. It's patent pending formula that extracts only what is needed. So only the extract from the hope, only what is needed, and leave all the others away. And it is an extract of 3 potent mature hops bitter acids, which are in the product, and you take them. So it's absolutely not a harmful side effect. It has many positive side effects I will show later. It has no harmful side effects, meaning it's 100% natural. Absolutely. You take it with, for example, with purified water or whatever. It's a non-drug interactions. So when you have to take any pharmaceuticals, it doesn't interfere. It's working with that. There are absolutely no clinical significant side effects, negative ones, and there's no caffeine or stimulants inside for people who, for example, somebody's pregnant or cannot take caffeine or whatever. So there's no caffeine or stimulants entrance. And this bitter ingredients from the hope absolutely contributes to fat loss. So it has a direct effect on fat cells, absolutely. Very, very important. It has anti-inflammatory benefits. And as I said, always and repeat it again, it's so important. Most sicknesses, illnesses is caused by a high inflammation in the body. Most people are suffering from high inflammation, even don't know it. So it has a very, very anti-inflammatory benefits. And it's also regulating your glucose metabolism, which is also very important for weight management, losing weight control, if you want so far. Okie dokie. So what it does is as I said, I'm not going too deep into that. It's inducing the browning of white fat. So it's inducing the changing of the white fat into the brown fat, the visceral fat. It's enhancing also the hormonal signaling for fat mobilization. And in your cells, it's improving the mitochondrial function. So it has many, many positive effects. And before we come to more positive effects, there's a short timeline. So scientists started, as I said, already over 70 years ago. They started with the research on hope. And they found it. The problem at the time was that the production or the extracted product and the quantity was about 200, was much too expensive. So the liter was about $250,000. So it's too expensive for the market. So even the Japanese scientists could decrease the costs, but it was still too expensive. And then a few years ago, scientists found a new way to extract these ingredients, these bitter extracts from the hope, in a cheaper way. And then there was the idea, are we going to produce a pharmaceutical product, or are we going to produce a supplement, a nutrition product, and everyone has access to it, so there's no subscription because it's a natural product. And they decided to go as a supplement, so everybody can take it. And it's quite new in the market. This started in April 2024. That's a little bit about the timeline of this product. Let's focus also on the positive side effects. This is what absolutely got me when I saw this first, because it's not only about getting rid of this brown fat, of this visceral fats, but stimulating your vagus nerve. What I told you earlier is there's so many positive side effects in that. You get a better sleep. Most people are suffering from brain fog. And for me, it's very important to be creative, to be productive, to be efficient in my working. There's no brain fog. So it reduces brain fog. It reduces inflammation, what I said, again and again. It reduces appetite. You eat more. You get more energy. You increase. By the way, for many people, 40 plus, some have some challenges of that. It increases your libido. It improves your digestion. You have more regular improved prostate health. It increases your blood flow. It has an overall improved health. And this is just statements that customers who use the product, that take the product on a daily basis, tell their stories. That's not scientific here. That's not studies here. That's just people telling what they found out when they take the product. Besides of losing the brown fat, losing weight is all this positive thing. Hair growth, reduce hot flashes, improved in strange, better recovery. They feel calmer, relaxed. They have a better focus. Their hormones are regulated. And improve cognitive functions, improve skin quality, and on. So many positive sides away, besides losing weight, looking good, being in shape. This was short. As I said, I didn't want to dive too much into it, got too rocket science, too sophisticated. I just want to show you that do some research about the vagus nerve, do some research about the parasympathicus, about inflammation and the impact on your health, and do your own research. And if you want to know more about the product, just email us on office@rolandfriedl.com. You can get more information on that. Yeah, Dr. Jacalyn, this was a short presentation. I didn't want to dive too much into it, but I really want to encourage people to do some research about. We are both normal people, You're running a huge broadcast station. I run my business, but we still have time to work out, to eat healthy, and do some research because we both believe that health and fitness is so important.
Absolutely. That was a great presentation. Thank you so much. I got a lot of good information from that and things to think about. So I really like that you put that together, and it was such a comprehensive way of sharing the information. And to your point, you and I do advocate for our health. I know for me, health is first. People say, how do you find the time? Because I make the time, because it's a priority, because without it, then there's nothing. There's no energy to create anything, let alone do TV shows or run a business like you're doing and like I'm doing. So, Roland, one of the things that I'd also like to have us talk a little bit about today is it's okay sometimes to cheat and have a cheat day, right? Where you're going to tempt yourself with something. So I want people to realize that we still have to live our lives. We still want to have fun and enjoy ourselves. But when it becomes a habit where you find that you're doing it all the time, that's when it's a problem. So today I'm in another office, another studio, not where I typically am. And so I went to get something to eat down the corner. And of course, there was chocolate everywhere, bags of chocolate bars. And I looked at it and I said, no, don't even bring it into the house. So if you don't bring it home, then you don't have the option of taking it. But what happens when you have a small cheat day? I know sometimes you'll have an ice cream.
Oh, actually, I had one yesterday. An ice cream. I guess we had this conversation many times, so I avoid sweets as much as I can. But sometimes when I ride my motorhome, on the lanes, on the street, and then I came in a small village and found Giovanni Italian ice cream. Then there were a lot of people outside, so it must be good. So I stopped I stopped my motorhome. I try to find a parking lot for my long motorhome, park there and get an ice cream. Yeah, I do it once in a while. And you know what, Dr. Jacalyn? I don't call it anymore cheat day, because a cheat day makes me feel bad, to be honest. I don't want to cheat, I'm very, I'm a very honest, transparent person. I have days where, if I would say I have this where I enjoy this stuff, this doesn't mean that I don't enjoy my healthy lifestyle. It's just once in a while I really enjoy it. I enjoy it on an ice cream, or when I'm invited on a birthday party, when the cake is good, or a small cake of it. But I don't do it on a daily basis, and I don't go for a huge one. An ice cream like this or a cake like this. So a little bit just to try it and enjoy it. Yeah, why not? I mean. And that's the reason why I was always against products in this quick fix, this mirror pill or this mirror injection. I don't want to change anything in my lifestyle. Eat and drink bad stuff and too much of it, and then any product will fix it for me. That's not working. But with this product, it's working. And by the way, when people are asking how to take it, I didn't mention it. You take these are drops. You take a few drops of this concentrate. You pour it in water. Makes for me most sense. You pour it in water or in your coffee in the morning. You do it twice a day, in the morning, in the afternoon. 3 drops, bang, in. It has no color. It has no taste, and it has no smelling, so it's neutral. Just put it in, drink it, and it's done. But please, 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 it's not a free ticket to stay with an unhealthy lifestyle. Not at all. It's a good way to help you to get rid of this physical, but please, please, please change your lifestyle on the long term. That's very, very important for me. Whatever you're doing, change your lifestyle on the long term, please, please. That's I really want to encourage you to do so. And have what Dr. Jacalyn said, have your cheat day and enjoy it. Maybe once a week, your favorite ice cream, your favorite cake, or whatever it is, your favorite snack, but not on. And the point is, I don't know how you see it, Dr. Jacalyn, but I find out when I have an ice cream every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I go for an ice cream, something like that, or I have a good chocolate or an ice cream. It's something special for me. Really, I'm there like somebody makes a video of me. I'm there like a small kid, and enjoying this ice cream, really, because I don't have it on a daily basis. I really absolutely enjoy it. We talked about a yoga and presentation in other shows. I'd be very in the present moment. This is meditation for me. It's just the ice cream and me and nothing else, and that's what I mean. Is it's really enjoying this sweet stuff, or a good glass of wine, or maybe a cigar, or a coffee, or whatever. I'm really enjoying it, and not just working and besides having a lot of sweet stuff or alcohol or salty stuff. That's what I mean. Being in the present moment and just enjoying it. And then I think for me, it was a game changer. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. And something I'd like to add to that is about losing the judgment for yourself for doing it, or judging others who are doing it, because we don't know. Like, for example, I'm on an island right now, and there's a coffee place. I've never had a cup of coffee in my entire life. I do not know what coffee tastes like. I don't like the smell of it, but there are people like wrapped around the block waiting to get this coffee. And I think to myself, there must be something special that people would wait in a line to get a cup of coffee. And other people might look and go, oh, why would anyone wait in that long line? So no judgment, right? Let's just enjoy. And when you are having that moment with the ice cream or the coffee or the cigar, whatever it is, just really savor it instead of beating yourself up while you're doing it. Because I know people that will be eating a sundae, for example, and they go, oh, I hate myself. I shouldn't be doing this. And they're still eating it. So what's the point? Because you're not enjoying it.
To our audience, I can absolutely confirm this. Dr. Jacalyn, we met in Vienna, and the most beautiful city in the world. We were in the first district, the most beautiful places, the best coffee in the world. She had no coffee in Vienna. No coffee in Vienna.
I don't know why. I just grew up with tea. So now I drink a passion tea, which has no caffeine in it, and water. So they're my go-tos.
I'm a coffee drinker. But I say I don't drink coffee to wake up. I wake up to drink coffee because for me it's we had many conversations about this and in other shows, in the Mallorca Connection, other ones. I have my morning routine, and part of my morning routine is bringing me active. Afterwards I do my prayers. I get up and being active, so I grind my coffee, so I get active. I cook the water, I boil the water, so it makes me active already in the motorhome. Then the smell is coming, then I'm enjoying my coffee, and then I do my run or my walk with my dog. So it makes me active. So I love rituals, and that's the first thing in the morning is after my prayer. Yes, preparing my coffee. Not going to take away something. No, I grind my beans. I boil my water. It's a ritual, like in Japan. We have these tea ceremonies. I have my coffee ceremony in the morning, and it helped me to get active in the morning for the job I have to do. To have some active stuff already in the morning, and it's also to be very present. It's like meditation. You're just focused on grinding, on boiling the water. And, it's part of the game that most people don't understand. It's not about consuming. It's about, I always say, be less impressed and more involved. It's about being involved in your own coffee or tea, what you're preparing, and enjoying it. Absolutely.
I love that. And your face lights up when you're talking about it. So it brings you joy. I know for me, after prayers and affirmations, I love to put on this one song. I'm calling it my theme song, and I play it. I try to play it every day. It's by Mariah Carey, and it's called Make It Happen. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but when I put it on, I start dancing and moving. And I think, whatever comes up, I'm just going to keep moving forward, because today's the day. Every day that we wake up is a good one. We get another chance, another opportunity to make something happen.
Yeah. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to make all your challenge in front of your screen, but look at it like Jacalyn, look at myself. We're both in our 60s and we are still in good shape. Yeah, we both look good. We are healthy. We are fit. We are positive. We are working. We are. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's like I said in the beginning of the show. Or maybe I said it backstage. It is Labor Day here in this country, and people are just planning their picnics, their cookouts, their everything they're doing, and I'll be working all day, and then I'm going to go for a walk, then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll come back and work again, and it makes me truly happy. I was just saying to my family that I think this is the most rewarding chapter of my life, and who would think that at 62 I would be saying that?
Yeah, I was thinking I'll become 61, and then. And by the way, it's 4 years now, 400 shows on USA Global TV and Radio. Time is running. My God. And I'm so happy to be part of this, of the USA Global TV and Radio team and family. And I'm a very proud host. I absolutely enjoy it. And because we really bring positive information, hope, inspiration, motivation to people. That's what we're doing. And this was inspires both of us. And it's not a job that we're doing. So we're really driven. We're really driven to do that.
It's so true. And I'll just add on to that, because you mentioned it. It brings me so much joy, is going and meeting people, going to meet you and giving you a hug, and walking through Austria, and you're wearing the USA Global TV and Radio, the shirt, and you're taking photos of it. And if my parents were alive today, just so they could see people in different parts of the world wearing USA Global TV and Radio merchandise, it's just amazing. And as you mentioned, we've done at least 400 shows together since we started. Yeah. And when we started, it was Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, and it was A Better You. And now it's USA Global TV and Radio and Talking Heads.
Yeah. Over 8,000 shows streamed in 62 or 64 countries, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I think it was 8,800 shows. So, and we've got some new shows coming. So let's just talk briefly before we conclude today. You've got a new show coming in German. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, well, I'm very happy about this. And just keep a long story short, I after this show, I do the Mallorca Connection. Actually, it will be the last one for a longer time. I will talk about the journey, about the last 4 years, what happened to me, and my personal development as a TV host and a TV moderator. And I did some shows. I had some interview guests that said, Roland, I want to share my knowledge, my experience, but I'm not good in English. I want to share my native language in German. So I did some interviews with some guys in German. And then I had the idea to bring German shows on USA Global TV and Radio. And then we met in Vienna. And by the way, before I start with my introducing my show wow, now we have, I guess, 16 people who are ambassadors or country directors in different parts of the world, and we bring in different languages. There was already one in French and something like that. So I will start on Tuesday, September 16th at 8 p.m. Central European time. This is 2 p.m. Eastern time on the East Coast in the US. But for the German speaking, it's 8 p.m. Central European time. The show is called Die Mutmacher. I do it together with a business partner of my friend from Belgium, but she speaks German too. the Mutmacher Show, and it's a show about bringing hope to people, because many people have anxieties. It's a lot of stuff is going on in the world. We have the pandemic, we have war, we have energy crisis, prices are up, stuff like that. So a lot of people don't know what to do. They're really insecure, have anxieties. So we bring hope and inspiration in the show, and we're starting on the 16th of September, 8 p.m. Central European Time. It's called The Encouragers, Die Mutmacher Show, and will be fun. Will be fun. Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you to Roland also for coming up with the brilliant idea of us expanding to other parts of the world. So my goal and objective has always been to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we want to be able to bring our stories to as many people in as many parts of the world. So if you are interested in joining our team and doing your show in a foreign language or in English, please do reach out. All the contact details are there in the show notes, wherever it is that you're watching. All right, we are going to close out for now. Roland, if someone wants to get in touch with you, who would that be and how do they do it?
Okay, who wants to get in touch with me? It's all about caring and sharing in this world, and I love to network and bring people together. And I'm very curious about other people's stories, where they're heading to. And if I can support you, I go a little bit away with you, more than happy, or just share your story. This is, by the way, my website. It's rolandfriedl.com. And it's a more general website. And from there, you can, when you go down, you can link to other websites. I have about 35 years experience in working with international companies worldwide, tech companies. And when you scroll down a little bit, when you click on the SBS, then you go to my Sparta Performance .com website. Is my business website. WLR is my coaching website for individuals, and Aspiring for Men is the men's word. I'm very into it. And the easiest way to contact me is email me. That's the best way to contact me. It's office@rolandfriedl.com. For those of you who don't see the screen, it's office at, and I spell it for you. It's ROLANDFRIEDL.com. By the way, I learn English on the show. So, yeah, you're more than happy to contact me, and let's take it from there. Thank you. And as Dr. Jacalyn said, if you want to run your own show, try it. And maybe I share 1 minute my own story. When I started here, I was an interview guest. Even before the official launch of USA Global TV and Radio, I was an interview guest. And then, I did it. And then Dr. Jacalyn contacted me, and I started my first show. I had no experience as a radio speaker or a TV host, whatever. But there's one phrase from a book I wrote many years ago from Richard Branson. He's a billionaire, a UK entrepreneur, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records, Virgin Hotels, Virgin whatever. Yeah. And he gave one phrase, and I read this phrase about 30 years ago, and he said, if a good opportunity comes to you, just start and learn later how to do it. So don't be anxious that you're not perfect. Just start and become better by doing. So if you say, oh, wow, I always want to become a TV host, a TV moderator, but I don't know if I'm good enough. Hey, just start. I started 4 years ago, an amazing journey. And if you want to listen to this journey, stay tuned on the next show. In 20 minutes on the Mallorca Connection, I will tell you about my story, the last 4 years, what happened from absolutely non-TV host and presenter. And now I even can't stop talking because I love it. Thank you.
That brings joy to my heart. Thank you. All right, my friend, we're going to sign off for now. I will see you shortly for the next show, the Mallorca Connection.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Please do connect with Roland. He has helped me in so many ways. He is definitely one of my mentors, and I'm sure he would be excited to work with you and help you as well. So a couple of quick announcements I want to make. So I am filling in for Justin Merigliani on his show, You as a Whole Body, Mind, and Soul. Justin's taking a couple of months off. So that show normally would be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's today it's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what the time I'll be doing it. Starting next week, it'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And also we have a brand new show coming out that I am hosting. It's called Judgment, the Hidden Sin, how judgment shapes our relationships, workplaces, and beliefs. And for our first episode, I will be joined by Mr. Al Sini, who is another one of my mentors and a dear friend. That show is in conjunction with my new book that's coming out, Holy But Harmful, The Silent Sin of Judgment, How Hidden Judgments Destroy Relationships and Damage Lives. And by the way, while you're out there watching or listening, are you judging me for this book? Are you judging me for exploring this topic? If you are, this show is for you because it's all about judgment. So it's going to be launching later this month. It's based on scientific research, peer-reviewed articles. It includes biblical scripture. It also includes Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So there's a lot of ways of looking at judgment, and it's a huge part of what I teach in the power of elevated listening. One of the big reasons that people get tripped up from listening is because of the judgment. You might be judging the way I look right now, the way I sound, the background behind me. Who knows what it is you could be judging, but we all judge. And what I want people to be aware of is when we are judging, to take responsibility and being accountable for it. This isn't a blame game. It's awareness. And that's what this entire platform is about. It's about educational awareness. How and when are we judging? What's coming up for us that we are judging? And so I ask you to please join me on this show. The first episode is this Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. British Summer Time, and 4 p.m. Central European Time. So look forward to seeing you there again. Al Sini will be my first guest. And please go ahead and pre-order my book, Holy But Harmful, The Silent Sin of Judgment. Thank you so much. And I leave you today with 5 peace actions. I am excited to announce that I took an oath to be a peace ambassador. I take it very seriously. And one of the ways that you can bring peace into your life, because why not? We all want to be peaceful and feel safe and heard. Seek peace within yourself and others. It starts with you. It starts with me. Reach out in service. Protect the environment. Respect diversity, and be a responsible citizen of the world. Thank you for listening. Please do subscribe to our channels, USA Global TV and Radio, and also Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck on YouTube. Of course, you can watch us on Amazon. You can listen to us on the podcast platforms. We're distributed by E360 and Zizzle TV across their networks, and you can find us on social media. As I leave you, I thank you again. Happy Labor Day here in the States. And thank you to each and every one of you across the world following our journey. And why not be a brand ambassador and rep our brand?
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.